happening?
Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it. I'm
Clearly,
Cassie
you're
J.
working on something.
I'm always working on something. Like, if you ever think I'm at a point where like, nah, she's fine, you're wrong. I'm not fine. I'm working on something. Faux show. Faux show.
I'm Aura. Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it.
I like your necklace.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was wearing one.
Swarovski.
Swarovski.
I love a Swarovski.
I know. You said this many times.
I do. I enjoy Swarovski a lot.
Many times.
Okay. So, recently, Lizzo quit.
Oh, yeah. I saw this.
She just quit. She was like...
The caption was, I quit.
Literally, I quit.
No explanation.
No
Full
explanation.
stop.
No way. She was just like, I'm tired of people commenting on me and my body, and I'm just trying to make people happy, and I'm just trying to make music, I'm just trying to make a living, but the comments are too much, and everybody has something to say.
Why is it rocking people?
Quit.
Why is it rocking people? It's not your body.
Oh,
why
okay.
are you
I didn't know where that
obsessed?
sentence was going.
No, but like, why are you upset?
But why? Why are you
It's
upset?
not your body. Like, I'm sure she's doing whatever she needs to do to stay healthy, to stay alive.
Yeah.
And if she chooses, I don't want to be healthy and I don't want to be alive, I want to live my best now.
Yeah.
And if I die at 40, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Why are you upset?
Why do you feel
Why
the
do
need
you
to weigh
care?
in? Yeah. I agree with you. And I think like it's again this weird dichotomy of you have chosen to be in the spotlight, but it doesn't give people the right to speak about you and speak to you the way they're currently speaking to you. But I also just really empathize with her, because it must just be so hard to continuously hear the criticism. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. The negative voices are always louder than the positive ones.
Of course.
And so even though there's millions of people in the world who like just love Lizzo, like love her, you know, the people who have something to say, unfortunately, are the loudest.
I think it's also a function of, well, again, I'm speaking personally, but I think also like where your self-esteem is at and how happy and comfortable you are with yourself.
Oh my God.
Because many years ago, I met a friend of a friend. I didn't know her
such a good
personally.
point.
And she was a bigger girl, but she was tall. So like if she walked into a space, you knew a human had arrived. Like she was tall and she was bigger.
Yeah.
But I've never met anyone who was so confident and comfortable in herself. Like, you couldn't shame her. You couldn't make fun of her. She had a clap back ready and was always a funny one. She was so accepting of who she was and how she was.
Sure.
And I don't even remember the Hun's name. But I do remember walking away from just spending a day with her thinking, shoot, I'd love to just arrive
Can
at
I
a point
just
in my
have a
life where I've got
fraction of this
You
confidence?
couldn't make fun of her. You couldn't call her fat. You couldn't call her overweight. You couldn't call her anything.
Because she came for you.
She came for you because she's like, and she did say it that day. She was like, people always think that one of the ways to shut me down or put me down is to talk about my body. She's like, but I like my body. Like, I'm okay with it. So like, I'm saying, because to your point, yes, the negative voices are always louder, but I think the voices that you pay attention to is what's louder. Because for her,
I agree
no matter
with
what
you.
you said to her, she couldn't hear it. It wasn't a thing.
Water for ducks back.
You know?
I agree with you. I think that there is something to be said though, because I mean, Lizzo has said, like, I don't care, but obviously she cares, right?
The thing is, saying you don't care and really not caring are two very different things.
Or is there not another option where, like, she genuinely didn't care, like this girl that you met,
and
like,
you just think they just
and
wore
you
her
just
down?
wore her down.
Ooh, that's just
Like, you
wrong.
just wore her down because you just keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And no matter how many times you're like, I'm choosing myself, I'm choosing to love myself, I'm choosing to work on this thing, I'm choosing to show up just as I am, my authentic self. The world is just like, but no.
But what do we want from people? If you're too skinny, it's a problem. Now you've put on weight, it's a problem. You're too tall, it's a problem.
Correct.
You're not tall enough, it's a problem.
Correct.
You're
You're
too
not rich enough?
You're not rich enough, it's a
a
problem.
problem.
You're too rich, problem.
It's a problem.
You're very light-skinned black, you're not black enough. You're very dark-skinned black, you're too black.
Yeah.
What's the solution?
There is no solution. No, there's absolutely no way to win. Like, there's no way to win. And it's very sad.
Everyone, just live your best life, hey? Because you can't make people happy. You can't.
You can't make people happy.
I'm actually really sad about it, to be very honest.
What, Lizzo?
Yeah, because I enjoy listening to her music.
I love her music.
I loved the body positivity.
Loved that.
Like, see, my thing is, you don't always have to agree with a person's life choices. It's not for you to agree on, but you also don't need to arrive and make them feel like shit. Do you know what I mean?
Feel bad. The other thing with Lizzo and everybody commenting about Lizzo is she's been very open about the fact that she's, trying to get healthy. Like in her body positivity, she's like, I am who I am. This is where I'm at. But she's trying to get healthy. She's exercising. She's eating healthy. She's even started to lose weight. Like it's visible now. You can start to see that. And yet it's, to your point,
Haters
it's
are
still
gonna
not.
say it's Ozempic.
It's still. I'm not even going on the Ozempic journey. Like, I can't keep hearing this word.
Haters are gonna say it's
I
Ozempic.
can't keep hearing this word. But at the same time, it's like, she, to your point, she cannot win.
But can I tell you another
She cannot win.
really bad side? If she loses weight, now all of the people who have been with her on this they're gonna get mad.
Mad.
Why did you lose weight?
Mad.
Why did you lose weight?
Mad.
You said you were okay. We looked up to you. You are a role model. Why did you lose weight? It means you weren't happy with. It means you lied.
Happened
it means
with Rebel Wilson.
Yes. They came for her.
They came for her so
Happened with Adele as
hard.
well.
Adele.
They came for her.
But Adele, damn girl, you look good.
She looked good even before.
She did. You're right.
She
She's
had that
so
old
beautiful.
school look going for her that was just like,
Classic.
yeah, it was
Classic beauty.
unbeatable.
Classic beauty.
And you decide you want to lose weight now. I'm like, okay, girl, we are with you.
We're
This
with
is a
you.
journey that you decided to go on by
Did
yourself.
people go for Adele though?
Yeah,
Did they? Sad.
people did go for Adele as well, and I'm like,
I saw the people go for Rebel. Obviously, the people who are going for Lizzo. But anyway, so she posted this thing on Instagram, and she had a little post. She posted it to her feed as well. And like you said, the caption was "I quit." And without reading it, I already knew why.
of course, yeah.
Like I immediately knew why.
I wasn't sure because I was also like, is it that one or is it that they're just coming? Because remember, she did have that issue with the dancers.
With
who
the
said
dancers as well.
They were maltreated. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh God, Lizzo, what did you do now?
Yeah,
That's what
oh,
I thought.
I
was like, what have they
see.
said you've done now?
No, I read it. I read the "I quit" first, and I was like, I know, I understand, but even beyond that, there was confession time. There was a part of me that was like, me too.
Shoot.
Like, just this, like, it's the world is so much, and there's so much. Oh, I'm gonna cry. There's so much that's going on, and I'm tired. Like, I'm tired, and I want to just quit. I want to just be
Shoot,
like,
friend.
it's fine. I'm gonna get on a plane far, far away. No one will find me.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I'm gonna get on a plane and I'm gonna go to an island somewhere. We were looking at islands the other day. I'm gonna get on a plane. I'm gonna go to an island. I'm just gonna be like, no one will see me. No one will find me. It's done. But okay, I didn't mean to get so emotional. But
Your
like,
friend.
it like really was like, girl, I understand. I understand. Like, it's so much, and like I felt really like connected to her, but I felt really sad for her as well. I felt really sad for her. Can
Are
you
you
say
okay?
something now?
Are you okay? I'm looking at you and I'm like, are you okay?
I'm not okay. No, I'm fine. I'm being dramatic. But all jokes aside, like the world is so much, and I think that there have been times, and I don't know if you've ever felt the same way, where you're just like, good grief, I just want to give up.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to give up. I want to quit. Like, I don't have it in me anymore to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep trying, to be strong, to
I just don't want to have it together.
It's not that I don't want to.
Me, that's how I feel.
Oh, I see.
Mine isn't
To
always
me, it's like I don't have it anymore.
No, I just don't. I'm like, I'm tired of having to have it together. I don't want to. I want to just chaos, let it descend into chaos. Like, I don't chaos. I welcome
choosing violence.
I'm choosing. Yeah,
choosing violence. It's okay. If it falls apart, it falls apart.
If it falls
and
apart,
that's
it falls
fine.
apart. Sometimes you and I think it's okay. do you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh no, you shouldn't quit. You shouldn't say you quit.
Exactly.
Girl, it is okay. You quit, I'm with you. Let's quit.
Let's quit.
No, let's quit.
Get on the plane together.
Let's get on a plane
Let's dip.
and let's go somewhere for 2 weeks. It's okay. We quit.
Yeah.
And we can go away and we can take a time out and we can relax and we can whatever for, I don't know, a month, and then we can come back and have it together. I remember being in uni, like everything that went left for me.
Uni was a wild time for a lot of people.
But for me, because I was trying to do the wrong thing. This biochemistry medicine thing was not the one.
Yeah.
And I remember being this was first year in biochem, and this was like second semester, I think, and I had like a physics exam and a maths exam, and I wasn't, Deb and we just weren't doing so well. And Dami gave up his Saturday to come tutor us maths.
Dami,
and we were just friends at the time. We were all like in this friendship, but there was nothing happening. But like he could see, he could see that we were struggling. And Deb goes, and Deb's like, "You're good at maths. Come help." And he's like, "Fine." So we go to like this study hall, and he's in the middle, and Deb and I are, and he's taking us through this thing. Yeah. And I couldn't get it. Like I was trying, and he's a good teacher. Yeah. And Deb seemed to be catching on, and I couldn't. Sure. And I remember getting up and just going outside, sit on a bench, and I was just crying. And I'm like, I can't. And they come outside, and I'm like, guys, I just need a minute.
I need some time.
And then when they go back, I pick up the phone and I call my dad, and I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want to. And I'm like, I'm tired. I can't. And I thought he was going to yell at me and be like, what do you mean? You're strong. You're intelligent. You're this. You're that. Do you know what my dad said to me?
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm in so place working. Get on a plane and come to me.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
Literally what he said to me was like, leave school. And I'm like, I've got a test. I've got a this. He's like, come. We'll hang out.
Can I just say something? And this is just an observation of listening to Ora speak over multiple episodes, years, time that we spent together.
What?
There is something to be said about your parents' ability to support you emotionally. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like really, and I say this because not all parents are like this, okay? And not everybody has had parents like this. Let me say that. Not everybody has had parents like this. And also as a Black Nigerian Hun, like an African Hun. Yeah. The African parental unit. Yeah. Is hardcore.
You're right.
It's difficult to fall apart and to be vulnerable in front of them.
You're not wrong. You're right.
So I really just want to be like, it's amazing that your parents have supported you.
The way I've taken this thing for granted, hey?
Like it's really, really like so incredible. And I'm just like for me, you know, there's that joke like generational curses are being broken. Generational curses are being broken. But I think there's a lot of Black people who are coming up today who are like, sure, like I this is the opposite of what I want to be for my parents. But that's not going to be your journey because
I understand what you mean.
I've dissected.
No. I understand what you mean.
I really just want to call it out. Like it's amazing.
It was what I needed in the moment.
Yeah.
Like I didn't need someone to tell me you can't quit. Yeah. I didn't need someone to tell me, no, get it together, work hard.
Work harder.
What I needed was someone to be like, it's okay if you need to quit for now.
Yeah.
That's what I needed. And that's what he said to me. He's like, I'm in Calabar working. Come stay in my hotel room. We'll eat, we'll watch movies, we'll listen to our favorite songs together because my dad and I, we love to do music together. We'll listen to our favorite songs together. You come and you stay, and when you're okay, you can go back to school and we can figure out how you will get through it.
We'll figure it out.
I packed a bag that day. I went home the next day. I didn't even go home to my mom. I went to my dad's hotel where he was working somewhere else. So I didn't go home.
And you just didn't write the test?
I just didn't write the test.
My anxiety could never let me.
My dad was okay with it.
I'd be like,
because I would have failed the test anyway.
I'm with you.
Because this is the prep for the test and I wasn't getting it. You know, and he was like, you must now, I went home, I went to him, we spent a week together, we had fun. He didn't talk about it. He didn't bring it up. He didn't try to encourage me. He didn't try to console me. Nothing. It was just vacation time. And then like a couple days before I needed to go back to school, he's like, can we talk about this now? What's happening? What do we need to do? What can we put in place to help you? And we talk it through. And
That's
I
amazing.
actually felt
Heard. Yes.
It was what I needed.
Yeah.
So sometimes when someone says, when you need to have those people in your life, and I think I'm one of those people because I want to be that person.
Yeah.
You need those people in your life who, when you go to them to say, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I quit. I'm walking out on my marriage.
Yeah.
I'm leaving school.
Yeah.
I'm quitting my business.
Yeah.
You need those people who, even though they know that what you're saying is insane, they're like, okay, girl, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Say less.
Say less. You need those people
Get
who are
in
like,
the car.
fine.
Drive.
You
We'll
need
drive.
those besties who are
Yeah.
like, your husband did what? It's over. Your boyfriend did what? It's over. We're not speaking to him. Even though they know that you're the insane one in that relationship. You just need to feel supported and heard.
Yeah.
Not because they're going to let you quit,
Yeah.
but in that moment, that's
This
what you need.
This is what I need. In this moment, what I need to feel is supported. I need to feel loved on. I
need to feel like it's okay to put it down.
Yeah, to put it down.
Put it down.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so because my response to Lizzo's thing was so visceral.
Girl, yeah. You went on a journey just now.
I know. Because it was so visceral. I really was like, Cassie, okay, we need to unpack what has just happened. What has just happened? How did we get here? What's going on? And I think this feeling of like, I just want to give up. I just want to stop. I want to put it down. I want to escape. I want to run away. That feeling for me, I've separated it into two things. Like it's taking the time to understand. So I'm a thinker. Okay. I at this point, hopefully you've identified this. I don't know. But I need the time to process an idea, to think about an idea, to take it apart, to reassemble it in a different way, etc. Anyway, but what I've done is I've come to these two things. The one is understanding this feeling of when I want to give up. Is it symptomatic? Or is it that I genuinely need to walk away? And by that I mean, is it because, no jokes, I'm just tired?
Yeah.
And I'm having
a bad day. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it that I'm hungry? I'm not kidding.
It's true. Yes, you've called this out for me also.
Right? Like, is it that I just need to, like, if I eat an apple, I'll be a happier person?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more deeper. Is it that I'm burnt out? And I just need to rest?
Yeah.
Because that then is symptomatic.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like, the world is falling apart. Then there is the time where it's like, actually, this isn't working, or it's no longer working, and it's time to walk.
It's time to walk away. Yeah.
And I think that can be true of projects. It can be true of relationships.
Yeah.
It can be true of a work assignment. It can be true of anything.
Yeah.
Right? Like friendships. It can be true of all of these different things. Is understanding this feeling. You get to a point where you're so deeply frustrated and confused and like you don't know what the next step is, and so you're like, well, screw it, I give up.
Yeah.
Is it symptomatic, or is there a much deeper thing that needs to be addressed?
I think I'm actually quite, like, I have no reason to be proud of her, but I'm actually proud of Lizzo, because if this is what she needed to do, like if she'd gotten to a point where she's like, the risks outweigh the rewards, and this is what I need to do for me, for my peace, for my sanity, and she's choosing to walk away from this regardless of how painful it might be for her. Like, I respect that. Because sometimes the things that we want to do are hurting us so deeply, that you need to look at it and say, okay, is it worth it?
Is it worth it to continue?
Or is it time to just call it?
Is it time
like,
to
I've had a good run,
walk
it's time to
away?
walk away.
Yeah. And I think, again, this idea of symptomatic or walking away is that, like, one can be solved, and the other one, the solution is walk away. It can't be solved.
Yes.
Like, the one can be solved and the one can't, right? If I'm tired, go take a nap. If I'm burnt out, maybe take a sabbatical. Like, if I'm depressed, go see a therapist. If I'm got anxiety, get the medication to deal with that, But if it's not coming together, you've been working on a business, you've been working on a project, and it's been weeks, months, years of slug of putting in effort, and the results are just not coming, is it time to walk away?
But it's so tricky to know though, because you know how those sayings
it's
of
hard, it's not
quit
easy.
just before you're about to make
you
it.
know what I mean.
You quit just before you get into the big leagues. You quit just before.
There is no way to know.
How do you know?
There's no way to know.
No, there has to be a way.
I don't have an answer to this. I obviously don't have an answer to this, but I like to think that on some level your gut will speak. And I think it's about also becoming in tune with yourself and with your mind and with your body and what your spirit is saying. Because I feel like I don't know, but I want to believe that on some level, like you're gonna know. Will the doubt be there? Yes, the doubt will be loud. But if there is like that little inkling of hope, that little like where you're like, but I really feel, then I think you should go for it.
Do you know what I'm sitting here thinking?
Tell me everything.
Acrimony.
I thought about it as well.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking.
I thought about it as well.
Because I'm like, that man had no reason to continue. Sir, it's done. Give up. He had no reason to continue. Nothing was working. You're burning through money. You guys are broke. Your wife is killing herself. Your relationship is falling apart. He had no reason, and there was no sign that if he kept pushing,
but he
it would
believed
happen.
that it would work.
But
that's the thing.
I understand.
Let's not dive into the craziness of what happens next. But,
no.
But you are right. The signs out, the external signs were all there that Brother Bear, you must quit. But something in him was like, no. I'm good. You want to walk out of the relationship? I'm not happy about it, but fine, if that's what you need to do. I'm gonna live in a shitty apartment because that's what I can afford because I'm working on the idea. Fine, that's what I'm gonna do because I believe in my idea. I believe in the thing that I'm working on.
But the thing I want to call out here is with him, yes, he did believe in the idea, but I feel like he was also, every time he went in to try it again, he was going to try it with like a new element.
Yeah.
Try something different.
Yeah.
But when you see
the
people,
definition of
I know, so I'm like
insanity.
That's why I'm like, don't be out here doing the same thing
see
over,
your
over,
point.
over, and thinking that one day miraculously the heavens will open. Someone will suddenly decide that book that you've written for 20 years, rewritten in many different ways, that is still as bad as it was 20 years ago, is suddenly going to make sense to someone. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it will play out, and it's tricky because
so
you might believe in it with all your heart, your body, your teeth, your legs, but what if it's still wrong?
Yeah.
How do you know when you're being insane? That's what I'm struggling with. How do you know when you're just being insane?
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea.
This is one of those winging it things, isn't it?
Like it's an adulting thing.
It will happen or it won't.
It will happen or it won't happen. And what are you willing to
give up,
risk or give up in the pursuit of the pursuit of the thing?
That's not consoling, but okay.
It's not. I know.
I understand. I don't expect you to have the answers, but I'm just calling it out. Like
I agree.
Because
I have no idea.
Everyone says don't quit, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. But on the other hand, there's times when you should quit.
You should quit.
But the chat here is, how do you tell the difference?
How do you tell the difference?
Know?
How do you know? And how do you know? Sure, how do you know? I think the other thing that I was thinking about, like in this whole like when do you know if you should give up, is like this feeling for me of, and I wonder for Lizzo as well. Like she's like, I quit. What part of her feels shame?
Yeah.
And what part of her feels, like
relief?
Relief for sure, but for sure, relief maybe. Yes.
Because now it's over.
I hadn't thought about the relief part. I think for me, I was still thinking about this, like, we're not, like, I don't know. And I don't know what part of this is me and I can hear my dad's voice in my head, because it's like, you're not allowed to quit. You're not allowed to give up. You have to do it. Just, if it's not working, work harder. If it's not coming together, try something different. But to quit is shameful. to walk away is shameful, you know? And so you're just like, well,
Look, I don't know who needs to hear this. Quit.
I need to hear it.
Walk away.
No, I'm kidding.
Choose peace.
So, but you have to be strong, Ore.
Why do you have to be strong?
That's the message of
no,
the
no,
world.
no, no, no.
message of the
Look, one
world
of the
is you
memes
have
from
to be
last year
strong.
with those Hans going, me calling God to be like, he needs to take me off of his strong warriors list for 2024.
yeah.
That thing resonated with me because I'm just like,
I
this
can't
thing
keep
where
doing
we,
it.
this thing where we, who says you have to be strong?
Yeah.
Who says? I was having a chat
You
with
have to be strong. You have to have it
Marielle,
all together.
and she was saying that
Oh, Marielle.
when she has a
Marielle,
daughter,
we love you, Marielle. You're so
Marielle is hilarious.
funny.
She says when she has a daughter, she's like, I'm not telling that, hon, you need to be an independent woman. You need to work. You need to have it. No, 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 no. She's like, I'm not telling her what my mom told me. I'm telling her there's an easier way to do this.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to tell her, marry, have a man sit at home. That's it. And it was funny what she was saying. But you know, the message behind it of this whole, you don't have to be a strong, independent woman. You don't have to have it together all the time. Was what I
think
know.
It's less about being a strong, independent woman, but it's the second thing you said. All the
No,
time.
but I understand, but I'm like, the reason why I said the strong independent woman is because the strong independent woman has gone beyond being characteristics of a person, has become a mold. Has become a mold that you need to fit into.
Yes.
And everything that goes in line with that mold, you must adhere to.
But you must
show
adhere
up
to it
as it
all
the
the
time. That's what I'm
time.
saying. So it's not you don't
All
get
the
to
time.
you don't get to
You
put it
don't-
on and take it off.
you don't
like you
get a
need
break.
to you embody it and that's
Sure.
it.
You
So
don't get a
that's-
break. You have to have it together all the time.
Nobody
All the
should
time.
have it together
it's a
all
lot.
the time.
It's too much. It's exhausting. I'm tired all the time. Like I'm tired all the time from trying to show up and be and do this and do it excellently and not be disagreeable and not be, confrontational
Yeah.
and not be and not be and not be and not
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
And I must be all of those things. I feel like I'm in the Barbie monologue. But but
What
it's T
a
for
good monologue.
it's T
though.
for tense. It's
yeah.
T for tense. It's too much. But in this whole like learning, or rather challenging the idea that you must be all the time, is there's strength in vulnerability.
Yes.
And that's not a new idea, but it's one that as I embrace more, I believe more.
Yeah.
And so there's vulnerability in me crying on this podcast.
I mean, did
Or
you
like
really
having
cry?
a moment. Yeah, I got
Just
it.
a little
I
bit.
pulled it back
You held
together.
it in.
I pulled it back together.
Yeah, I saw that.
But there's vulnerability in being like, I'm not okay. Like, I need help. There's strength in that, rather, right? There's strength in reaching out to Ore to be like, I can't do the thing. I'm moving into your house for 2 weeks, which I did. Right? Like, there's strength in and so let me actually maybe tell a story instead. So at work I shared about a time that I failed, and the place that I work at, failure is not an option.
Yes.
Failure is not an option. And I shared about a time that I failed, that I tried something and it didn't work. Like it didn't work, but I tried it, it didn't work. This is what I learned from it. This is how I grew. And the responses that I got from the women in the organization who were just like, it was less about me failing, but it was more about me, like, they would like, thank you. Like, thank you for speaking up. Thank you for saying this. Also, we would never have known. Like, we would never have known that, that you'd failed at something. And meanwhile, for me, I'm walking around like, everything's falling apart.
Yeah.
But they're just like, you always seem like you've got it together. You always seem like, you're standing up, you're speaking up. It's so encouraging. Meanwhile, I'm like, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah,
Like, is it the best thing to be doing at the moment? But in my being vulnerable, in my being, brave to challenge a status quo or challenge the norm, it gave other people the space to feel like they could as well.
Yeah.
It's
It's why the Me Too was so powerful. People think it
Yes.
was powerful because it was women tearing down a man, but that wasn't what made it
wasn't
powerful. What made it powerful was these strong independent, powerful women
Yes.
coming out and sharing how vulnerable
Yes.
they felt.
Yes.
You know, sharing the thing that they were ashamed
Yes.
of. And everyone being able to be like, oh my God,
gosh,
me
me
too. That was what
Me
made it
too.
so powerful. So you being like this thing with Lizzo now, I'm like, even Lizzo wants to quit.
Yeah.
You know, imagine Beyonce came out to say, oh, even me, I struggled with XYZ thing. Can you
Sure.
imagine how great an impact that would have on
Yeah.
people? Because it's like these people that you
Yeah.
look up to are struggling with the exact same
Yeah.
things that you are.
For
That's what
sure.
made the Me Too so powerful. It's just this. It allows us collectively to put it down, because sometimes the reason why you don't want to put down the things that you're carrying is because you don't want to look like a failure.
Yes.
You don't want to look like you don't have
100%.
it. You see everyone else around you and it looks like everyone's got it together. Why am I the only one who
100%.
can't seem to
Yeah.
get it together?
Yeah.
But when collectively everyone is out here saying, even me, I'm
Even
putting this
me.
thing down. I cannot do it anymore.
Yeah.
It gives you permission to also
Yes.
put it
Yes.
down.
Yes,
Because it's like, I'm not the only one who's
Yes.
struggling.
Oh, I think we've done this on an episode before. We were like, if you need permission, it's this
Yeah, yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's this weird thing. Like, I need someone to tell me that it's okay to do this thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I give you permission. I don't know what authority I hold over your life, but I give you permission. I give you permission.
Put it down.
Put it down. It's okay.
Yeah.
And here's my other thing about putting it down, because we also live in a world that sees statements as very, very black and white.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So Lizzo has now come out and said, I quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to pretend I fully understand what's happening in Lizzo's life. But she's so talented and so good at what she does. I wouldn't be surprised if this I quit is for a period of time.
Yes.
And then we see her again.
She picks it up again.
And she
yeah.
picks it up again. And so this idea of like, you know, you make a black and white statement, I quit, I'm out, and then everybody holds you to that. Like everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh,
She said,
but
yeah,
I quit for now. Is also
Exactly.
something that's absolutely
Yeah.
okay.
I
I
quit
quit
for now.
forever. Is it something that's okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's a matter of
Or I quit at this specific thing, but I'm going to pick up something
I'm gonna
else.
pick up something else,
Yeah.
or I will pick it up later.
It's okay to do
I will
that.
pick it up later. It's absolutely fine. Anyway, so again, thinking through all of the things and how I'm gonna survive my life. The thing that I've been doing is also just taking some time and taking stock to just be like, let me go back, in surviving this thought of, you know, I just want to give up, like I'm done, you know, because the reality also is you can't just be done. You can be done at a thing, but like you as a person, you exist in the world.
Yeah.
And you must find a way to take that next step, and you must find a way to continue to exist. But I think for me, it's about how do we then do that? And one of the things that has helped me has also just been remembering and reminding myself, what's the end goal? Excuse me. What's the end goal? And keeping that picture in mind.
Yeah.
Of, you know, like, have I strayed off the path? And that's also maybe why I'm frustrated.
Yes.
You know,
That's
like,
true.
what is the end goal? Am I still doing the things that I need to do to get me
there,
there?
yeah.
And if not, then maybe it is time for a change. Maybe the Lord is like, babes, come back.
Yeah.
Come back, you know? So that's the one thing. The second thing is also recognizing the growth from going through the trenches.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you are going through the trenches, but like through that, you're going to learn so many lessons.
Yeah,
like
that's
so
true.
many things about the world, about yourself, about the people who are close to you, about people who maybe you hadn't even thought about.
Yeah.
And I think that there's lessons there and there's growth there. And then the third thing, and I think this is so important, is reminding myself that I have choice. And reminding myself that I have autonomy and I have agency to decide what I want
Yeah.
the next step to be.
Yeah.
And this may sound silly, but sometimes I feel like it's so easy to feel like you're trapped in your own life. Like I'm trapped somehow.
Yeah.
Like
You know, I
the
know what that
situation-
means. Yeah.
The situation is what it is, and now I feel trapped. Like I can't get out of it. I can't escape. But reminding yourself that you have choice, you have autonomy, you have agency to take ownership and to take control, and then stepping fully into that is is going to be something that is a game changer.
Yeah, I agree with that. The feeling trapped one I actually relate to, but you're not trapped.
You're not.
It looks that way. You feel that way.
And that feeling is real.
It's real.
It's so real.
It is real.
Because you're like, sheepers. Like, where am I going to go? How am I going to do this? And the what if.
And it might take you some time to figure out how to untrap yourself. That might not be a word. But it might take you some time to disengage or to detangle yourself from whatever you've gotten yourself wrapped up in. But it's okay to let that process happen as far as at the end of it, you can free yourself. And then decide, this is where I want to go, this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Anyway, so what to do when you feel like giving up?
You give up. You buy an island. No, you give up and you just go to the Bahamas. I was going to say you buy an island, but we don't got money to buy an island.
We're not Lizzo, because that's the other thing. Lizzo got money, so she can dip.
Well, we think Lizzo's got money because now Taraji has come and reframed everything for us.
Gosh,
reframed it. Now I'm just like, what?
What?
How much actually hits the account?
I know. Because the glam doesn't happen by accident.
We know that. This
doesn't happen by accident.
But we all thought that at that point, you're getting sponsored this, sponsored that, sponsored right, left, and center. But no. You are still paying for everything. And then, of course, Uncle Sam will take his chunk. And then you still have to show up and appear like you are making so much.
Involved.
Yeah. So I hope that Lizzo has money. I don't know.
I'm sure she'll be fine. I really think Lizzo's gonna be just fine. But yeah, Lizzo girl, we see you, we feel you. It's okay if you need to put it down. It's okay to everybody if you need if you get to a point where you need to put it down. I think take some time, understand, is it symptomatic? Is it something that it's a symptom that needs to be addressed and it's taking time to go and address that? Or is it something you need to just walk away from? Like, is that something that you need to do? But yeah, thanks for being here with us
on this emotional roller coaster.
Can I tell you, like, when I was going through this episode this morning, I did not see it getting this deep. Like I did not anticipate that. But here we are.
Do you just sing everything?
I do.
Like, is this just the life that I've now signed up to?
I do. I really do sing everything. Like, have you watched New Girl?
A little bit.
Okay.
But I do know that there is some singing
Jess
happening.
Sings everything.
It's very
annoying.
When
she, in that first episode, she was like, I sing a lot. And I was like, I've never related more to a person. I was like, I completely understand. I do this in meetings as well, where I'll like sing an idea, and some people find it delightfully charming, and other people are just like, stop. Like, what's going on?
I'm other people.
You love me.
Other people is me.
You love me. It's fine. You accept me as I am. Say less. Thanks so much for being here with us. Come say hi on socials, on all of the above. Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. That's the other one. Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. We promise to say hi back. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe anywhere and everywhere you find your podcasts. Also, you can watch and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, love you. Bye.